Been a fortnight of controversies for the Bharatiya Janata Party, and there's no end to the barrage of scams its front women appear to be involved in. However, the party has chosen to maintain a studied silence in the face of damning charges and documentary evidence from Rajasthan to Delhi to Maharashtra. The chorus for resignation of BJP's most influential and experienced women leaders is growing. Maharashtra Minister Pankaja Munde appears to be cornered by the anti-corruption branch. Over in Jaipur, Vasundhara Raje's only defence appears to be countering the media. In Delhi, Sushma Swaraj has chosen to brazen out the quid pro quo charges being levelled against her. Even Smriti Irani, who's involved in a degree row, has ducked straight questions from the media. On Thursday, the Prime Minister, who's been conspicuously silent on his part as his party faces a slew of scams at the state and central level, tweeted about the anniversary of the emergency. The big question is, can the BJP find a way out of the compounding mess? Let's take you through some of those tweets that the Prime Minister put out on Thursday as his party leaders face fire from the opposition over various controversies. Modi tweeted on the occasion of the 40th anniversary of the emergency imposed by the Indira Gandhi government, calling it one of India's darkest periods. Modi says that the then political leadership trampled over our democracy. The question we're asking, what about the silence on his own team's wrongdoings? Is the Prime Minister actually upholding democratic ideals that he's propagating on Twitter? In his next tweet, the Prime Minister congratulates the efforts of those who resisted the clampdown to ensure, and I quote, our democratic fabric is preserved. We'd like to ask a parallel question of the government in power. Does the brazening out of tainted ministers also preserve our democratic fabric? A day after the Congress brandished documentary evidence against Vasundhara Raje showing that she signed papers to help Lalit Modi, there appears to be a simmering wedge within the BJP over giving the Rajasthan Chief Minister a long rope. Arun Jaitley and Nitin Gadkari are among the prominent leaders who are backing her, but a section within the BJP feels that the party's image and the Prime Minister's credibility will be dented unless decisive action is taken. Conspicuously, the Prime Minister hasn't revealed his stand on these scandals. Raje's defence is a claim that she never appeared in court as a witness for the former IPL Commissioner. Raje says that she signed the documents as Lalit Modi's friend. The Chief Minister alleges several businessmen, lawyers, editors also signed as witnesses. Raje claims that she and Lalit Modi were being hounded by the Congress government. As the Congress launches an all-out attack into the BJP, the party could be staring at bigger trouble if heads were to roll. According to sources, Raje has claimed support of a majority of local MLAs.
Well, there is nobody who's tainted, please.
When her affidavit, which has come out now, she has not denied that it is her affidavit. So that means she is involved in this, and it is a very, very serious crime which she has committed. So the demand from the Congress party and the opposition in Rajasthan is that she should step down from the post of the Chief Minister. Then only any inquiry against her will be fair and...
In fact, let's take you through the BJP top brass's attempts to firefight its government's worst controversies till date. The Prime Minister himself is mum on the allegations that his ministers are facing. The BJP chief says he's spoken enough and has nothing more to say. The Finance Minister has been most vocal in his support of both Sushma Swaraj and Vasundhara Raje. Arun Jaitley has even gone on to the extent of saying that no one in his party has a tainted record, while the Home Minister has ruled out resignations at the top level.